probably the third of the video that I've made on this. However, this is going to be better than the other two because the other two I had barely played and I didn't know anything. And now I know just a little bit. And I know that I've got a lot more that I need to know. But tonight I just kind of wanted to post a little YouTube video on what the hell is Warframe and why you should come play. Or why you should not come play, whatever. So I just want to give you a really quick intro on what all is Warframe. I can't explain everything because this game keeps getting deeper and deeper down the rabbit hole the more I play. However, I do know that it's fun and interactive, and the community that plays it, which is mostly on Steam, but there's also a huge following here on PS4, is really awesome, and there's always something to do. So, should you play Warframe? I think so. Personally, I like to play Warframe when I don't have a squad to run with. However, I wish more people would run with me a squad in here, because we can get 4 in a squad here and grind out some missions and play and have some fun. Alright, so what is Warframe? Well, Warframe is not but is an MMO, RPG, 3rd FS. I think that covered it. It's RPG-esque. 3rd person MMO. But it's not an MMO, it's a 3rd person shooter. But it's not just shooting, it's a 3rd person hack and slash shooter. But it's also an RPG because you technically do have roles to play. And this is what I didn't know in the beginning. And it is what I know now. Turns out this can be a huge squad-based game, and there are definitely ways that gaming communities such as PHS can leave their mark in the world, in the Warframe world, where squads and groups, well, I'm just going to call it a squad, where the squad is absolutely necessary. And I'll get into that here in a minute. But what is it? Well, 3rd person, as you can see here, and you have guns and other weapons that you use to run through missions. And then as you start to play, you've got some storyline and quest mode that you have to get to that will end up giving you these different segments to your ship. Like this segment, this is a segment, and that's a segment, and that's a segment, and this is a... Anyway, you kind of earn these, but those aren't the important ones. The important ones are down here. This is a foundry. This is where, whenever you're playing in the world, you pick up pieces, and you pick, well, let's show you what you pick up. So you end up picking up blueprints in order to make things that are useful. And you also, in these worlds, while you're going through missions, you pick up the stuff to build these. So, for example, to build this, whoops, nope, you need alloy plates and plastids and salvage and morphics. Anyway, so you run through and you play missions, and then you can find the stuff to build these things. And these are all things you can build, whether it's new Warframes or parts to a new Warframe.
Do you remember the old war operator?
That's Fortis.
Seems to have misplaced those memories.
He's rather annoying. He talks too much at inappropriate times. Anyway, devices that help you on your missions, things that make you look cooler if you so choose, and lots of different weapons. Look, there's a health restore. I need to make one of those. Looks like I need to go farm some moonlight, jade leaf, thresh cone, and, well, more thresh cones. You also have this over here. So over here is an egg. If I incubate this egg, it will give me a pet. Kind of looks like a dog, but can look like a rhino or a bat. A dog with a bat face. I had one, but I sold him off because, I don't know, he was shitting on the floor, but that's not why. I replaced him with this section here. This is, instead of having a pet, you have this little thing that follows you around and shoots people while hovering over your head, which is kind of nice. And then back here, this is where everything goes on, where you get to choose what you want to be, how you want to be it, and all the colors of the things you can be. So it is an RPG. Why do I say it's an RPG? Well, because the deeper you get into this game, you find out that all of these different things, or warframes is what they're called. This is the exosuit, so this is a warframe over a thing called a Tenno. Tenno, I assume, is a race of galaxy guardians, and you wear this suit called a warframe. And there's lots of warframes, and this is why I'm going to consider this to be an RPG, because each of these warframes does different things better than others. and there are a lot of them. And a lot of these Warframes have a lot of different play styles, so this can match your play style. Why is it good to play Warframe in groups? Well, because some of these are tanky, some of them are glass cannons, some of them are support or auxiliary, some of them heal, some of them deal more damage. So Sarin and Sarin Prime is a biological warfare machine, spreads spores and just disease everything. And the original, the one you start out with, is Excalibur, pure DPS, very solid all around and everywhere. But if you wish to, change what you want to be, which currently I have 3 Warframes available, the original Oberon and Volt Prime. By the way, Prime just means it's the best of that particular class. So here's an Ashe and here's an Ashe Prime. Prime is going to be better than Ashe, and the same thing works with all the weapons and all that. But anyway, so pure DPS, some of them use like more magic, some of them enhance abilities to run fast and shock things and do crowd control, some ones of healing. Some of them just use ginormous hammers to smash everything in its path. But neat game. And that's why it is an RPG. So different of these Warframes have different functions. And once you start getting up into the tiered battles, Tier 3, Tier 4, which I am not even able to touch yet, you start to realize that some of these Warframes are desirable and better to have than others, especially in groups when you need to be doing certain roles. I did find out real quick that the way this game works is they put some of these Warframes, the ability to get them, in a vault, so you can't get all of these Warframes all of the time. And so this guy right here, Frost Prime, in real world money, if you wanted to come and play this game and play as Frost Prime, it would cost you almost $500. Real money to play this. And why would it cost that? Well, because there is an open market here, some kind of like MMO RPGs, like maybe WoW, where you can go into an open market and you can buy things from people selling them. And you sell this stuff, the currency is platinum. Now you can also buy platinum from the PlayStation Store or from the game, and in here the platinum that it would cost, the going rate for Frost Prime is 900 to over 1,000 platinum. So it would cost you just a lot of money. But it does have a world trading system, which is really nice because it means you don't actually have to spend any real world money to play. You can farm stuff and then sell stuff. Use that to buy things, attach to other things, and then sell as a group. So if you find pieces of a Warframe that you're not going to use, you can get, say, 2 out of 3 pieces to build a Warframe, buy the other for, a few platinum, and then sell the entire set, all 3 pieces, and then make a profit. And then you have in-game platinum, and you haven't had to spend a dime. So this is a free-to-play game. It is free to download from the PS4 App Store, and but it is generally considered pay to win. It's not exactly the case. Most people, I would say, pay for upgrades to make your Warframes look cool. So like deluxe skins and these kinds of things. It's just a way to distinguish your character from everybody else's. All right, let's get into weaponry. So you have a few different weapons. You have a sidearm, a main, and a melee attack. So as far as your main arms goes, you can go with machine guns, you can go with bows, you can go with shotguns, you can go with sniper rifles. There's a lot of different things to choose from. Really, what is your play style? You can be completely run and gun with a machine gun if you want to, or you can be kind of stealthy and use a bow. So I have a few different weapons available. This is a rather crazy machine gun. Super ultra high fast rate, but it does take like a wind up. Anyway, here's an automatic crossbow and then the regular bow. I've kind of chosen to go the maximum crit damage. So although I don't shoot very fast, if I land one, it's an auto kill because it's got triple crit on it. And you do that by using modifiers, which is a little bit later. Sidearms, same thing. You can do a single sidearm, a single gun, a single miniature shotgun, or you can go duels. I know a lot of people like dual things, and there's a lot of different things in here. So you can do a single little gun, or you can go duels. So these would be like dual shotguns. And then all of these will have different properties, whether it's a crossbow type of weapons, or energy, or little grenades, or shoots toxic spores, or little throwing knives, which are quieter. And then that's some of the other things that you'll need to choose on how you want to play, because guns make noise, bows do not. So if you want to be sneaky, you need a gun that doesn't make any noise. And then your last thing is melee. Melee is something that's a huge part in the game because at some point in time you're going to have so many enemies on top of you, you can't kill them all with your main primary assault weapon, and then you'll just be straight up hack and slash with your melee. With melee weapons, there's a lot here. Whips, bow staffs, pole arms, obviously swords and daggers, and dual daggers, dual axes. A lot of different stuff here for you to choose from, whatever works for your play style the best. So pole arms and bow staffs, and this is a whip. All the way up from the beginning basic weapons that you can choose. So this, yeah, sweet katanas, duels, more duels, look, dual axes, throwing weapons. I forgot there's a glaive, so throwing weapons. Things that are electrified, just straight up punch weapons. Electric whip. Nunchucks. More punchy thingies. Yeah, so pretty sweet game. You can run around being Wolverine, apparently. I have not seen these up until just now, and this is actually just really freaking sweet. Yes, 100%. Anyway, so a lot of different options to play.
Well put together, operator. Now get out there and
Cut down the...
and make the Lotus proud.
Alright, so how to play the game. You have a solar system, and in the solar system is all these worlds. Now, you start off on Earth, and then you have to make your way around these planets. Through the gaming community, or excuse me, through the Warframe community, though, you can get what's called taxis, which basically you go into the world chat and you be like, hey, I need to get in a group with somebody who's going to go to Saturn and play on there, so you can go unlock a place on Saturn. We just call them getting a taxis. But you start off here, and then there's different types of missions you can play.
You have loyalty issues, Tenno. My Zanuka project will fix that for you.
Yeah, so different types of missions. There's alert missions, which are typically good because they give you extra stuff. So these have rewards, and these spawn about every hour. Matter of fact, there are some in-game things you can get that you can only get if you catch the alert mission. Invasions, void fishers, which is a whole another video, but yeah, and then on each of these planets you have a variety of different missions you can play, and then there's different mission types, and actually we can see all those here. So like you can choose certain mission types that you like to play. Assassination, single target, hunt him down and kill him, don't let him escape. Capture, go and find a single target, don't kill him, knock his ass out, suck him up in your little digitizer, and then take him back for whatever. I've actually never played a deception. Defense is, they stick you in the middle and they say, here, guard this, and we're going to send waves. These are, in my opinion, fun because you choose when you want to quit, kind of. They send 5 waves at a time, and so you get an option to quit after 5 waves. But every time a new set comes up or a new set of waves comes up, it amplifies harder and harder. So if you can only manage to stay alive through 5, then you say, okay, I'm out. After this one, give me all my rewards. However, if you're just a straight up badass, you can go through 10, 15, or 25. And then obviously your rewards for beating those missions higher up in waves gives you more stuff, or better rewards. Excavation is, well, you're excavating in the earth or in the whatever, the media to extract stuff from the ground, and you have to protect the excavator unit. A lot of enemies, a lot of XP on defense and excavation. Exterminate, probably the most boring.
Tenno, a new alert has begun. It will be marked on navigation.
Exterminate, one of my least favorites, basically says there's 130 guys here, go kill them all, and you have to hunt them all down. Hijack, also a least favorite. Basically, they're like, okay, go hijack this vehicle, this thing, and then stay with it as it travels through. But there's kind of a thing to this one. In order to make that thing that you're hijacking move, it sucks up all your energy and leaves you vulnerable. So they're more difficult, and they're very slow moving, slow paced. Interception is where it's like it's actually going to be like similar to hardpoint, or even like domination or conquer. So there's points that you have to. Actually, that's it. It's just like Battlefield 4's small or large conquer. So there's going to be a few conquer points, and then you have to control them. And so if there's only one of you, you have to control all of these points. And this is where squad is good. Interception's awesome. Mobile defense. Mobile defense is kind of the same. You have to go to 3 different points and then survive for a time period. Survival is my favorite. Basically, it's endless waves, and you just stay alive as long as you can. However, the oxygen wherever you are has been depleted, or whatever makes you breathe. So she sends down, your voice in the sky, your overseer sends down these support capsules. And so you run around killing everything, and then once you run out of like air to breathe or whatever, you have to activate one of these survival things. And then basically you just play until you can't live anymore, and then you get to your extraction point. But yeah, a lot of different ways to play. So I guess we should go and play around. I'm going to just try to do a quick one. This is actually a brand new Warframe that I just picked up a few days ago. It's not even anywhere near max levels, so this will be good to get a little bit of. Okay, I don't want to play any of those. Those are boring. Let's do a survival. Mobile defense is cool. Did I really pick one without survival? There we go. So it looks like I'm going to have a few random players with me, some blueberry. Now, one of these guys is going to be super fast, and one of these guys is not going to be very fast, but we're going to try to work together to stay alive. If somebody gets knocked down and starts to bleed out, you heal them. A lot of good squad mentality here. So we'll hope and see this is a good mission. Also, you should know that this gameplay is really fast, so if you like slow-paced games,
keep the enemy busy while a fellow tunnel operative raids the ship for supplies.
It'll probably be better to play in solo mode.
The alarm.
Probably be better to play in solo mode. That way, not everybody is rushing around you too fast. Wow, overshoot. That's okay. We'll figure it out. Sometimes you have to do puzzles. That was a really easy one.
Has been cut off. They're trying to choke you out. Hold on. I'm sending auxiliary life support.
There is a sanctuary target here, Hunter. I sense it.
Ooh,
Track
I
it
have
with
secondary
the synthesis
missions.
scanner. Don't let it escape.
Secondary
I
missions in
delivered a
pretty
life
much
support
everything.
capsule to the area. Activating it will buy you more time. Fallen enemies will drop crucial.
I think I'm just going to sit here and hit everything that jumps out of there. Feels like cheating, but seems so smart though. In-game pickups, loot everything, loot the world. Oh, he's good. That one's mine though. That's a 3K
Life
crit.
support on the way.
Fail.
Another life support capsule is now available.
So, depending on your build, you may be a very power-hungry player and you may not be. This particular build is very power hungry, so I have an energy pool of currently at 490. It'll get much higher than that, but the little blue orbs you see laying around is the energy you need to do your special abilities, which I'm getting ready to when I find everybody. When I start finding a lot of the enemies, I'll start blasting. And right now, energy is very rich because there's a lot of enemies just dying. Oh, it's an undead army.
Tenno, prepare for life support. I've delivered another life support capsule.
I think we should run off and go find some of our own enemies to... Let's go find our own massive wave of enemies to kill. Let's see what we can handle here. No! I mean, this one, as time goes by, it gets more difficult.
Life support incoming.
Enemies are being really lackluster right now.
Arrived. When you need it, the extraction is ready. The raid is off to a successful start.
So this mission looks like it's being kind of bunk. Maybe they found some people to kill.
Get ready for a
Here's the other
capsule.
thing, don't leave your squad. Otherwise you miss out on action, you miss out on all kinds of good stuff.
Life support has been replenished. Additional life support has arrived.
We'll just finish this up here. And I'll let you guys get back to doing what you're doing. Oh, hello. Well, yeah, so that was a pretty quick thing on
Tenno,
Warframe.
prepare for life support.
I kind of hope you guys come play. Until then, I'm going to camp. Nah. I'm gonna leave that thing right there.
Another life support
Nice big fat shield. Shoot right through it. Alright guys, have fun. See you later. PTFO or GTFO.